Hi everyone, I'm Henry Gilbert from GamesRadar, and I've played Super Mario 3D World.
And I'm Hollander Cooper, and I haven't, so I have some questions about the game for you.
Alright.
So I'm as big of a fan of the new Super Mario Brothers 2D platformers as the next guy, but what I really want from the Wii U is a big, fancy 3D Mario game. Is this that game?
Yes and no. It's kind of stuck between those two, really. Like, the same with Super Mario 3D Land. Nintendo's trying to make a Mario game that is more for general audiences than Galaxy was for people who have been playing 3D Mario games a lot.
Yeah.
And this one is a lot simpler. So the stages, they're not as complex. They don't ask as much of you at the start. And a lot of the power-ups are made to make things easier. The Tanuki suit makes it easier to jump. The cat suit lets you climb up things. And it's just on a lot about simplification.
Is it too easy a game?
I wouldn't say it's too easy in single player or multiplayer. I'd say it's hard enough for even a regular Mario fan will at least have fun with the levels. The level design is still good.
Is it? Yeah, that was my next question. I want to know because some of especially in 3D Land, there were some really cool level designs. Does this game manage to pull that off?
Yeah, I would say so. So first off, with the level designs, like they have HD graphics for the first time ever in a 3D Mario game, and so they get to really show off with some of the designs that like have a waterfall going around, or like rainbow turnstiles, or just the way the water reflects. They have some raining stages too. Like, they look great, and they still have like colorful blocks, and it's very simple layouts compared to Galaxy. But I think they really put a lot of smart things into the levels, particularly where they hide secrets. Like, despite how plainly laid out the levels are, they found really smart places to hide secret things in it.
Cool. And are there lots of cool stuff hidden around? And does it unlock like a big post-game like some previous games did? Yeah,
I don't want to go too much into the post-game stuff just for spoilers, but yeah, not on. So 3D Land had a ton of post-game content, and I'd say this has almost a similar amount to it. Post-game, the game seems to end several times, but it keeps going, and it just keeps giving you more content to find, and that new content also gets harder. So if you are the type of person who's collecting all the green stars to unlock the later stages, then you'll find the challenge that you weren't finding in the first area.
So for like the hardcore gamer like us, like the people probably listening to this, the real game starts after you've finished the regular game, sort of?
I'd say, yeah, the true game starts about halfway through World 7 if you're looking for an actual, like, challenging, super deep Mario games.
All right. And what about the people who want a multiplayer Mario game? I mean, the new Super Mario Brothers games have always been like, when you get more than two people on the screen, it just ends up being almost more like a party game. It gets too chaotic.
Yeah, it's like a fun thing to do with your grandma or whatever on a Christmas break, but it's not so fun to do together. I was really worried that was going to be a problem with 3D World, but I think they finally figured out multiplayer.
Really?
It's because they opened up. The third dimension means you're not bumping into each other like idiots the whole time.
You're not always constantly bouncing on Toad's head.
Yeah, exactly. Though you can still pick each other up, and you are physical bodies in that space. You have more room for strategy, and that especially comes up in the multiplayer because there's no online for it.
Right.
That's, some people won't like that, but Nintendo, they are still focused on couch multiplayer.
Yeah.
And when played with people in the other room with you, it works great. Like, I was saying to people, no, over there, I'll go here. Oh, there's the green star. Look, you just jump off and die and get the green star, and we'll keep going. And it also works for if you're the opposite of us and you think the Mario games get too hard, then a challenging stage isn't so challenging with three other people, because even if one of you dies, you can just wait for them to come back and you keep going.
So they fixed the multiplayer. That's really cool.
Yeah, I was shocked. I honestly thought the multiplayer would be something I barely would touch.
All right, so is this in the end, is it sort of the 3D Mario game you were hoping for as a fan of the franchise?
Ultimately, no, but that's okay. I think the Mario franchise was growing in the direction for 3D of the Galaxy games, and those were my favorites. I really enjoyed those. And they've kind of gone in a different direction since then, and they wanted to get more traditional and put in more traditional Mario elements. But they've gotten very good at that. Like, they were really good at it in 3D Land, and I'd say 3D World is just them continuing to do that good. So it's still a really great Mario game that was clearly made with a lot of care by the developers. Just because it's not the one you want, just because it's not Galaxy 3, doesn't mean it's a bad game. It's actually very good.
How good? What did you end up scoring it?
So I ended up giving it a 4.5 out of 5 because I think just Mario is great. Like, the gameplay is there, the controls are awesome, and the multiplayer finally clicks for the series, which I think puts it over the edge to being like a truly memorable Mario game, and definitely one of the best games you can get on the Wii U. For more Nintendo news and other videos, keep watching the GamesRadar YouTube page.